Hey YouTubers, this is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well, I'm telling you guys are wonderful. I love all of you so much. So many of you have been sending me the most heartfelt letters, been putting comments on my videos, writing to me at Instagram. By the way, my Instagram link's below. You've been showing me a lot of love and support during this last few weeks. Just to give you an update, yes, the stalking incidents are still occurring. I don't expect them to end. From what I've understood from other people that are in this program, it literally is a life sentence, and actually a death sentence. So please, though, pray, because I do believe in miracles, and don't let that dishearten you. I know some of you said, well, Bob, I cast a spell for you. Isn't it working? It's absolutely working, and I can tell you why, because, one, look, I'm still alive. And you know what? I'm keeping on going. And your magic, your prayers, these are not wasted efforts. We're not out of the woods yet. And it may be some time, but that doesn't mean that your prayers are not, one, appreciated, because I do appreciate them, and it doesn't mean they're not working, because every day I get strength to get up and go, and I really credit all of you with that, and I thank you. If you're new here and you say, what is he talking about? I'll put a link below, but in a nutshell, I am a targeted individual. I am a targeted individual, and that means I'm a victim of gang stalking. And I am in a federal program where the government is now assassinating private citizens. They're violating our civil and human rights and engaging in acts of torture. Now, interestingly, you know, the CIA report just came out about torture. And I want all of you to go research that, because many of the techniques that they are using against the supposed terrorists, they are now turning on American civilians. And I won't go into all the details, but, you know, look there, you'll see sleep deprivation, you'll see physical injury, you'll see intimidation. All of those are also being done to targeted individuals within the United States. And I am proof of that. But anyways, just as a quick update, today I'm wrapped up. How do you like my shawl? This is my Burberry wrap. It's kind of cold in my house. When I came out with the recent videos about the stalking, federal agents broke into my home and they destroyed my furnace. They kicked it in, smashed it up, and I now have no heat in my home, and it's very cold. The damages are probably going to be around $4,000 to $5,000 in damages, you know. But what can I do? Police won't help me, and there's nobody who believes it's happening, at least in my area. But you know it's real. Anyways, that's all right, because the more drama they create, the more fashionable I get. So, hey, I got on my Burberry wrap, and I'm styling. Anyways, guys, we're going to make it through, not to worry. But you know what? I promised you guys we're going to have messages from the spirit world. I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to start. Before we get into that, let's just do a brief meditation and attune to the spirit world. Okay? I hear my trusty spirit guide Fletcher here. All right. Well, going through our letters here, our first letter is from Sarah Hernandez. And she says, Psychic Bob, is there any such thing as fate? And how does that interface with our lives? She said, I had my first child on July 9th in 2012, and a second child on July 12th in 2013. Also on that exact date, 2013, my cousin Hector died. All of this happened at the same time, and I'm just trying to understand what it all means. How does that fit in with fate? Well, you know, Sarah, these are very good questions. And one of the things I want you to think about is the concept of soul groups. We all in our families generally, and well, our friends also, we're connected. We're all really interconnected. And we travel as groups. So we incarnate at the same time, and we leave at the same time. And I'm so sorry about the loss of your cousin, but I can tell you that your daughter and him passed in the spirit world. And children is very interesting. Before, like after, it takes about a year to 2 years before they firmly anchor into the body. So many times from the time of before their birth up until like year 2, they oftentimes go in and out. So I do feel like your cousin and your daughter have a soul connection. And it's kind of like as one entered, one left. And I do believe there is a connection there. So actually, rather than being disturbed by these cycles, I want you to see them as blessings, because it means that Spirit's giving you little glimpses to say, 1, you're not alone, and 2, your family are not alone, and 3, there's a divine order guiding and protecting us all. Hope that helps for you. God bless you. Keep me posted. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Wandering Creator. Hello, Wandering Creator. This is my buddy Pete out of England. You know, I love UK. You know, I was looking at my stats. I'm getting a lot of UK viewership. Love the United Kingdom. You guys are like my second home. Psychic Bob might be coming to see you soon, so I'll keep you posted. Anyways, he writes, he says, Psychic Bob, it's so good to see you. Continuing as usual. That's the spirit. Namaste. Pete, thank you so much. But, you know, I got to tell you, I keep getting around you a lot of purple light right now. You're really advancing psychically. And it's interesting because I get silver and gold sparkles in the purple, which means that you're kind of coming into a place where you're feeling more empowered and you're starting to connect to the material world. And it's interesting because I keep seeing people around you, Pete, that are connected to your spiritual journey. And I feel like the people around you right now are going to start being more open to your spiritual truth. And you're going to really get a lot of people just literally on the street coming up to you saying, tell me about my life. And that's because that light around you is drawing them. I also get a lot of angelic activity around you. So I feel like you've got angels with you that are literally strengthening you emotionally and spiritually. And I do feel like 2015 for you is really a year of kind of really big, strong advancement. Not only spiritually, but materially as well. Anyways, hope that helps. God bless you. Thanks for writing. Our next letter is from Space Case. I like that name. Space Case says, Psychic Bob, I've been praying for you, and I've even set up a prayer altar with candles and incense. Thank you so very much. That's really touching. And, you know, as I said earlier, Space Case, you know, even though we're still having problems, that doesn't mean your magic's not working, because I can feel it, and I know I'm being blessed, and I'm protected. And if I weren't, I wouldn't be able to be here with you. So thank you. Please, I ask any of you who are doing that, keep it going. It helps me so much. You have no idea. He says, can you tell me anything about my past lives? Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I get around you. Your most recent past life was in the early 1900s. And you were actually a gypsy. You were a Romany. You lived in Eastern Europe. I think you have a connection with Poland, actually. But you see the gypsy caravans with the wagons. Well, you were one of them. And in those days, they traveled all over Europe. And, we don't see that as much anymore. But I love the gypsies. I think they're very profound, mystical people. But you're from the Romany group of the tribe. As I said, it was the early 1900s. You were a male in that life. You also did blacksmith work. You were very good at working with your hands. You had a real connection to earth energy. Like you knew the spirit of iron. And that's why you did blacksmith work. And I feel like that energy also comes over into this life. Like I pick up around you a real sense of earth energy. And I would encourage you to kind of be working with some crystals and some metals and see how that earth energy works for you. I feel that's going to go a long way in helping you advance spiritually this next year. Thanks for writing. The next letter is from Keris White. And she writes and she says, Psyche Bob, I question my life so much. When is my season for love and money? Oh, that's a nice letter. Well, you know, hon, I got to tell you, not to worry, you're getting close. Right now around you, I feel like you've crossed through a period of kind of self-discovery, self-independence. And I feel like Spirit is kind of giving you some extra strength and power now. And I see that really working for you. I want you to watch. It looks like around February of 2015, there's some issue around finance here. I pick up a job for you. It's interesting. I feel it may start as a part-time position, but it moves into a full-time. So, you know, if you're working right now, be open to kind of taking on a second job, because I feel like you're going to move over into that as we get further into February. Around love, I got to tell you, I'm not seeing anything right now, but it'll probably be around April. Fletcher's back here, he taps, he says April 2015. And what's interesting is this guy is connected to the fashion industry, is connected to modeling. And I feel like part of your transition also in the new work has an energy connected to something with retail or fashion around it. And that's where you're going to meet this person. Very nice, tall, looks like dark skin. He may be African American or mixed Latin and African American. Beautiful, beautiful eyes though. Amber, like golden eyes around this guy. And I get the name, it's a Kyle, or a K name, like Kyle or Kevin around this. But I see that, as I said, in April 2015. Okay. God bless you. Keep me posted. It's alrighty. Alright, our next letter is from the Latifi. She said, yeah. She says, Psyche Bob, I know you're not crazy. I'm sending a lot of blessings and prayers for you. And so many people here support you. Thousands of us are with you. Thank you so much, Latifi. That's very kind. You guys have been sending me such support, and I really, it does mean a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, I got to tell you, I'm getting interesting energy around you today. You have a connection to the Palladians. It's actually since your childhood, like way back to when you're an infant. I believe that you receive messages. You have been continually receiving input and guidance from the Palladians. And that actually comes over from a former life, because you had a former life. Actually, it was in the Atlantean times, and you were actually a senator for Atlantis, and you did actually treaties with aliens. You see, the aliens actually were actively involved in Earth life until the destruction of Atlantis. And when they saw the violence that happened in Atlantis, they kind of pulled back from the Earth. So they're a little hesitant to get back involved with the Earth. But that's your past connection. And I pick up a lot of Palladian energy around you. And if you haven't seen, I did a video on the Nordics, which are also connected to the Palladians. You might want to check that out. That's right before this one. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Unique Annie. She says, Psyche Bob, can you please help me? Well, you know, Annie, I can help you. God bless you. Thanks for writing. You know, when I step now into your vibration, I'm getting pink light and orange light around you. Pink light talks about emotional healing, and I feel like you've been going through kind of a rough patch here in the emotional area. The wonderful thing is pink light assures us that healing is taking. You also have orange light here, which is a transition light. And this means that you're drawing to yourself some new opportunities, some new people. And I do feel like as we move into January, it's like you're starting new. There may be an issue around a job change as well as a home change in the month of January. But I feel like for you, I want you just to be open to that change, because, you know, really, your energy is all about growth now. You know, when you got to grieve it out. The heartbreak, because I feel like you've been through some real disappointments in the emotional area. It's like Heartbreak City. And I want you just to let that go and know that you are loved. And everybody here at Spirit Channel will help you and support you and love you. That's what I created this channel for, as a gathering place for people of spiritual mind. Here we're different. We don't judge people. We're not all about, you did this and he said that. We put that aside. Here at Spirit Channel, we just love. And that brings a lot of healing. So I want you also to, those of you watching, I want you to write to her, to Unique, let me give you her name again, Unique Annie. And Annie, put your link down here for everybody. And we're all going to help you, okay? But I do see transition. And watch the month of January. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Picana 28. Psychic Bob, can you tell me about my life and my guides? I feel very different. And many times I struggle with confidence. Do you see any changes for me? Yeah. One of the things that I think why you're feeling the struggle and the overwhelmed energies, you have actually, one of your life themes is a healer theme. As a healer theme, you're a bit of an empath. That's how you're able to heal people. You sense the energy, you sense the pain. And I think for you, you want to work on grounding that down. I want you to do some meditation, and I'd like you to work with the stone hematite and also rose quartz. Both of these will ground your energy and help you to work from a place of clarity and centeredness. And you also have a communicator theme as well. And I do feel like for you, I pick up your healer theme, your communicator theme working together. And I think you do very well to work in the area of counseling and guidance. But I'll tell you, I think for you that standard counseling may be in some ways a little stifling. I would like you to study it, get your degree, get your papers, and definitely, there's a lot there you have to learn, but I feel like your healer theme and your spiritual communicator theme are going to take you more into the place of spiritual counseling and spiritual healing. And I think that that's where you'll end up. But in the short term, I do pick up education here around you, and I feel 2015, there's money available and there's available energy for that. So I'd like you to be open to that. When you say here that you struggle with confidence, some of that is really, I feel like there are people around you right now in your environment who are kind of putting you down or saying you're not good you're not good enough. And the truth is, not only are you good enough, you're way good and you're way worthy. I want you to start telling yourself every day that you are a child of the divine, however you define that, God, Goddess, however you want to define divinity. Your higher self is part of that divinity. And if you meditate, you'll connect to that and you will have healing. So I'm going to pray for you, and I want everybody else to pray for you. Picana 28, you're going to make it, and you're going to do a lot of good. So try to let go of some of that fear, because as you move forward, you're going to be a powerful force for good and for healing. I'm praying for you. Blessings. All right. Our next letter is from Spanish Luscious, and she says, "Thank you, Bob. What do you see around my marriage situation?" Right now, I got to tell you, you are at a very tough spot there. There's a holding pattern energy. Good thing is, I don't see a rupture in the marriage. I feel like your husband and you, well, let me just put it this way. You're both kind of being stubborn. God bless you both. I think you both are wonderful people, actually. But I think he gets stubborn, and I think you get stubborn. And so I want you to set aside your stubbornness and go kind of the extra mile. I feel like if you go and say, let's really be together. Let's commit to our commitment. It's going to be there. I do not feel that he is cheating on you. I don't feel there's another woman. Even if he jokes and says, well, I'll get a new wife, he's not going to do that, and there's nobody else around him. I do see improvement there, but I'd like you also to work with some counselors as well, marriage counselor. Now, I'll be honest, I feel like he's going to resist that. But I want you to keep persisting gently, not pushfully, gently. You might go yourself to a counselor, and then invite him to come and experience it when he sees how much it's helped you. But I do see healing, and I think in the new year, the marriage will start to mend, particularly around the month of March around this, and it looks like around March, there's new energy here. There may even be an issue coming up of you guys moving to a new home. I feel like kind of where you are, it's kind of, you feel stuck physically in the home. So that change of environment's important as well. So be open to a new move in the next year also. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from N. Rose. And N. Rose says, any messages from the spirit world for me? Yeah. You know what? I get around you right now. I'm getting a lot of relatives in spirit around you here. And I feel like you've got like great-grandparents around you in spirit. I get great-grandmother and a great-grandfather. And I also get 2 angel spirits around you as well. And there's a male angel and a female angel. So you guys, I'm picking up 4. I know they're actually more than that, but that's the 4 I'm getting right now. And I feel like they're all coming in here to kind of push you forward. You've been sitting on the fence a little bit. Now, I'm not being critical, but it looks like there's some career issues coming up here around you. And I pick up the words education and schooling, and I feel like you're going to start back on a new path here this next year. I see a lot of creative writing here around you, and I really feel like from a soul place, you have a story to tell. So I would like you to explore writing, particularly creative writing. I feel you have a communicator theme. But these guides and your relatives are just coming in to kind of encourage you to move along. So I send a lot of blessings to you. Keep me posted. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Liz Griffin. And she says, say, Bob, do you see any messages for me? Anything with love? Hi, Liz. Yeah, you know, you've got an Archangel Raphael around you. I feel that he's come in to bring some emotional healing for you. I feel like you've crossed through a period of emotional struggle and disappointment. And I want you to watch, because around March of 2015, I really pick up an energy here of new beginning around you. And I feel like at that time, you're able to feel whole within yourself. And I do feel like there's an issue of somebody entering your life that would be like a relationship. I see you meeting this person. Interestingly, you're sitting in a class. It's like a circle. I think it's a workshop. Strange, I hear drumming, so I don't know if it's going to be a drumming workshop or some type of spiritual, metaphysical workshop, but that's where I'm seeing the connection. But it'll be in March. Nice gentleman, brown hair, about a year younger than you. He has a connection with, it looks like education around him. I think he has a teacher. He's been a teacher, he is a teacher, but there's educator theme around him. But I do feel the new year, you're going to be in a place to draw somebody new into your life, and you'll have a sense of new beginning. And it'll start as a friendship, so don't look for it as instant romance, but I do feel like over 2015, you get more comfortable with the idea of starting in a new relationship. All right. Blessings to you. Well, guys, that's all I'm going to get to today. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for all of your letters, all of your support. I love you guys. By the way, I want to show you my pendant I'm wearing. This is the goddess Green Tara. I've been working with her. She's a protector goddess. And I'm curious if any of you, oops, I can't see the light here, but Green Tara. Anyway, sorry you can't see it here. Let's see if I put some more light on it. That may help. There you go. But she's a wonderful protector goddess. She's from Tibet, part of the Tibetan pantheon. And I love Green Tara. She's an earth mother and a grounder and a protector. So if any of you are open to praying to her, you might want to, and you want to pray for me, I'm working with her, and I invite you guys to explore working with her. And if you want to send prayers to Green Tara on my behalf, I would be very thankful for that. Listen, guys, I'm still alive. I'm okay. A little cold. But as I told you, hey, when it gets cold, I get more fashionable. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We'll have more in the coming days. We're going to have more videos on alien races next week. And we're also going to have video on the goddess Mazu, as I mentioned, the sea goddess. And if we can, we'll get one in also on Green Tara as well. So we got a lot coming. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. And of course, also next week, if I can squeeze it in with everything, because we got a lot, we'll have another messages from the spirit world.